Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is Kat with Living Solo, Living Well. And I know I've taken a good bit of time off the last several weeks, so I posted a video earlier about just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and got that up and running today, so that should be published. And I wanted to do another video. I got to thinking about how for years I thought about doing YouTube videos, and the fear, I'm sure you guys are familiar with that, the fear of getting started. I think it might have been kind of a combination of rejection, the fear of what if I don't do it right, or I don't know what to do. And you know, I watched a lot of videos by some older people as well as some really big time YouTubers, and I wanted to kind of educate myself on what the best way was to do videos. I don't know that there's a best way. I think it's different for everybody, but I think I was also trying to find my niche and determine who I would be speaking to. So I finally decided, after watching a bunch of people saying just do it, I finally just did it. So I did that back in November, and simply to just do it for fun. I don't have any expectations of being monetized, especially right now. But the one thing that I wanted to do was to develop more confidence in myself. And I don't mind public speaking, but I don't do a lot of it. And so I don't like being the center of attention. So here I am on a video. But I had a lot of fears about that, and I had a lot of thoughts that I wouldn't be received, or people wouldn't like it, or what will I talk about? How will you make videos over and over again and have things to talk about? And but I just did it. I just started. I did some research. I don't know if what I talk about resonates with anyone, but I talk about the things that are important in my life, or the things that are important to me. I feel like pretty much anybody can make a YouTube video and talk about things. There's always that one person that might get value from what I've said, from what anybody has said. So it's not that I have to reach this large audience. I certainly don't expect to. I would like to reach a bunch of people, but my expectation is to start small and just work my way through. And one of the things I noticed that about myself after doing, I don't know how many videos, I have quite a few, but one of the things I noticed is that I actually you know, you worry about, what am I going to look like on video, or oh my goodness, I could never get in front of the camera. And I had those thoughts as well. I am self-conscious about things. That's just, I think everybody is. But the thing that that I've noticed is it's helped my confidence level. And this is going to sound really weird, but I actually like myself a little more. I know that's really weird, but I feel like I'm coming out of my shell, because I am an introvert, and this is helping me to, I can still be an introvert. So I'm filming by myself, I'm videotaping with my dog out here, but I'm not in front of a crowd of people. You'll be watching this, but I can't see you. I'm hoping you're watching it. But I just wanted to kind of talk to you about, just do it, just start. You know, I don't have a fancy setup at all. I just have a tripod that I got for really cheap, and then I have my iPhone. I have an iPhone 15, and it's got I think it has a fairly decent camera on it. So that's all I need. I have a little handheld tripod that I think I ordered from Amazon several years ago when I was thinking about getting started, and I just never did. So it's a little adjustable one that has legs on it that you can bend, and it's more of a tabletop. You could probably hold it as well, but it's more designed for like a desk or a tabletop. And but I did buy a microphone once, and a few years ago when I got that little tabletop tripod. But I tried using it once, and it just had a weird sound to it. So, and I'm hoping the wind is blowing today, and there's traffic in the distance, so I'm hoping it's not bothering how the sound comes across. But anyway, I don't have any fancy equipment. I just have a laptop, and I don't edit much. I've done that. I've done some editing. I don't mind it, but I'd rather not do it. So somebody that I watched, some person's video that I watched, they were talking about they just do a dry run. They don't edit anything. Mistakes are included if there are mistakes. That's one of the things I used to struggle with when I first started doing videos was, what if I make a mistake? What if I say the wrong word or don't look perfect or, mess up? And that is okay. And everybody messes up. Even the YouTubers, the people who do videos that have been doing them for a long time, they just are natural. Everything is natural. They might do more editing than I do, of course. They might have teams that do a lot of work for them, publishing, editing, and all kinds of stuff. But I just do my own stuff. So how I got started was just watching other people's videos, and then I would record a video. I would record it, and then I would upload it to my channel, and then I would go to Canva, and I would either snapshot or take a snapshot as I'm watching the video. I would take a snapshot of hopefully an image that looked good for the thumbnail, or I would go on Canva and do a thumbnail, just a thumbnail design. But I try to put my photo or my picture on the front of it on the thumbnail. So I got to where I was pretty good with Canva, and I would do a text box in the image to where I could put the text or the title of the video. And then I would save it, download it, make sure it looked okay, the right sizes for that's required for a thumbnail. And then I would go through the YouTube Studio, which is really pretty handy, and I'd attach that thumbnail to this video or to a video. So it was just a matter of learning where to go, what to do, what's the best program to do certain things. I did pay for Canva Pro or whatever it's called, but I had a business and I had that with my business. So then I canceled that and did the free version, which is adequate for doing videos or coming up with thumbnails or, different things. But I did find that I liked the paid version because it had more options and better looking options, I think. So anyway, I had just canceled that again because I took some weeks off from doing any videos, and I thought, well, why am I paying for it if I'm not using it? So I'm back to the free version, and it's probably $15 a month to have the paid version. So it's really not much at all, but I'm not working a lot, so I'm trying to kind of cut corners. And if I decide to, sign up for the paid version again, I might do that. But it really doesn't take that. It takes, you can do it for free. So really, if you've got an iPhone or whatever phone camera that you have, you don't necessarily need a tripod, but you can find them fairly cheap on Amazon, or I haven't tried the local stores like the big box stores or Walmart or anything, but they're not very expensive at all. So it does not take a lot of money. You don't have to invest a lot up front to get started on YouTube. Coming up with titles is difficult for me sometimes not, but I've learned to use Chat GPT, and I will type in, I have the free version, and actually I did upgrade yesterday to it's $8 a month or something, so I did upgrade to that because I'm just using it for some different things. So I will pose a question or type a question in Chat GPT, and I'll say something like, make me a title for a thumbnail about a video about such and such. And it'll give a bunch of different options in the free version. And so that helps you to get an idea. Sometimes I'll take a title and I'll tweak it. But, you know, sometimes I have just that mental block where I can't come up with something on my own, or I might think it's not good enough. But the other thing I do on ChatGPT, but I've also used Google, is to search for hashtags to use to put in the YouTube Studio portion when you're uploading a video and trying to get it published. I like to have hashtags to be able to, if somebody's searching for something, my video might have that hashtag in it where it'll pull up an SEO and somebody will be able to see my video. So it'll show up in different searches based on different words that are in the search. So that's free because you can use the ChatGPT for free. You can use Google for free. I've done that and I've gotten hashtags, different types of words to put with my videos. And I don't know how important that is. I've heard both ways, both sides of it. So, you know, it's just a matter of trial and error. And I think it's a matter of preference as well. So I'm not the expert. There are more experts out there. There are experts, I'm not. And they will be able to tell you the benefit of hashtags or SEO optimization, so search engine optimization. And anyway, I've heard of some of those phrases and some of those terms, but I'm not the expert. I just know what works for me, and it's just getting my videos out there. I'm getting experience with learning how to publish videos and editing. I did try to edit with my iPhone. I think it was iMovie, but I had more time or more trouble with that each time I tried to do it. So for me, if I have to edit something, I will go through the YouTube Studio and edit that way, because to me that's just a little bit easier. Everything is in the YouTube Studio. It just makes it easy and everything's already there. So one of the things that I was really concerned about was where would I set up in my home to do videos. And I have a couple of different areas, as you've maybe seen in some of the videos. But with the weather turning nice, you know, it's in the 70s today. The weather is so nice. It's a little bit of a breeze blowing. And I thought, you know, flowers are blooming, trees are leafing out. So I will sit outside if I can. And at some point you'll see my dog running around. Her name is Sophie. And she joins me when I'm making the videos. When I'm inside, the different places I've chosen inside, I've kind of had to work with the lighting and just to see how things look. And again, I'm no camera expert. I hope the lighting isn't terrible on my videos, but it's just a learning process, and it's really not hard. You can make it hard, you can make it complex, but it really is not. And simple, I guess that saying KISS, keep it simple, stupid. So I'm not calling anybody stupid. I'm just saying that seems to apply when you keep it simple. You're not having to stress. You're not having to spend a lot of money. You're not having to worry about everything being perfect. You know, I did watch a video of one of the YouTuber guys who's a little bit older. Oh, he's probably about my age, but he's older than the younger YouTubers. And he has started, I think it's Rob the Maritimer, and I love his videos. I love a lot of different people's videos, but he has started doing like the outtakes, you know, like when he messes up. I think at the end of some of his videos, I've seen some outtakes of his mistakes, and they're pretty funny, but he's just human, and he's showing you can be human and mess up, and it's okay. So when I see people that do that, it makes me feel like it's okay for me to mess up. You know, if I mess up, it's not a big deal. It's not like the end of the world. The world will not come to an end if I'm not perfect. And that's been a hard thing to get used to too, because I've been, you know, I'm an introvert. I'm a perfectionistic introvert, I guess you could say. And I do like things to be neat and tidy and perfect, but that's not life. You know, that's not human. There's nobody that's like that. And I can be neat, I can be tidy, but I'm not perfect. And I'm not perfectly tidy either. So I just find that trying to do things naturally, trying not to stress about it, you know, this is a stressful society that we live in. And so why not do something for fun? And why do something that's going to stress you out? I stressed so much when I first was thinking about doing some YouTube videos years ago. And that stress just was overwhelming. And I thought, I can't do it. You know, what do I wear? Where do I sit? What equipment do I need? And I don't. Everything is all easy peasy. I try to make it as easy and comfortable for me so that I can get a video done. And I do watch Barbara from Solo in the Woods, I believe is her channel. And she's just all natural. Just, you know, I'm not paid to promote these people at all. I'm just saying who I've watched and how I've learned some things and what works for me. What works for Barbara in her videos is just being real. She is so real, so natural. And that has helped me to, I guess, know that I can do it as well. If these other people can do it, and flaws and all, you know, they don't look perfect. They're not imperfect, but they're just not this perfect image of a YouTuber. And I'm not either. I'm not perfect. I don't claim to know everything at all. I'm just traveling through this life doing something that I think is fun. You know, here comes a really strong breeze. I hope my patio umbrella doesn't blow over. But anyway, I'm just traveling through life trying to, at this age, 64, I'll be 65 at the end of the year, and I want to do something that I enjoy, that makes me happy, that is different than the things I've done in the past. Sorry, my dog is walking past my tripod and it gave it a little wobble. But I'm just trying to, you know, enjoy life, I guess you could say. I've had a lot of stuff going on the last several years, and this is just, it really is relaxing in a way. And that may sound silly, but it really is relaxing. So if I can give you any tips on getting started on YouTube, it's just to do it. You know, don't put a lot of thought into it. I did have in the past, when I first started doing my first few videos, I had a script, not a script, but I had notes. And I don't need those all the time. Sometimes I will have a paper with a couple things written down, but for the most part, I'm winging it, and I'm trying to be a good winger to where I can just wing it and try to naturally get through what I'm trying to say and get the point across that I'm trying to make. If there is a point, sometimes there's not. But my suggestion is to just do it. Don't worry about being perfect. Don't worry about having all this fancy equipment. You know, again, I just have a tripod and very inexpensive and my iPhone. So, and then I like to have a good pillow behind my back wherever I sit. I've got to be comfortable, but really those are the only requirements for me. You know, I think lighting matters, but it's not, you know, I can't be perfect and get the lighting exactly right. So I'm just doing what I'm doing. So I hope that you guys are able to, you know, if you want to make some videos, if you have any questions, you're certainly welcome to send a message or comment under the videos, and I'll, you know, respond to it, try to give you whatever tips I have. But really, it's nothing big. And again, I'm not the expert. I'm just learning what others have taught me. And if there's anything I can teach to you guys or anyone, you know, that's just icing on the cake. So anyway, do it. Just do it. Just sit down and do it. And don't put too much effort into it. And I wish everybody well, and I'll see you on the next video.